Hello guys, how are you all? Confirm once, am I audible or not? Am I audible? Okay, fine. Let's wait for 2 more minutes, others to join. Then we will start the meeting. Okay. Yesterday we have been discussed about our states and conditional expressions. And I have shared one problem yesterday in our WhatsApp group. Have you solved that? Have you attempted that problem? Just give me quick yes or no. Do you have any doubts regarding that problem? Like, have you attempted or not? You attempted, you unable to solve it. Is there any case? If you haven't attempted, I will explain that problem. What do you say? Should I explain it? Or we should jump to the our looping concepts? Type explain to, so I will explain, or we will directly jump to our today's topic, loop concepts. Explain. Okay, fine. I will explain. Okay. What was yesterday's problem? It was regarding the electricity bill. It was nothing but write a program to calculate the electricity bill, accept number of units from user according to the following criteria. Okay, chat. Now unit was given. You can see to your questions. Like unit was given first, it was 100 units. Then that means price is no charge. Like let me see that I can share this question or not. Are you able to see the question? I think I'm facing some issue. Okay, I will read the question. First 100 units, then that is no charge. And for next 100 units, then we can see that it is rupees 5 per unit. And of units, you can see that the rupees is 10 per unit. For example, if unit is 350, then total bill amount rupees is 2000. Okay, I will make it easy. So in the problem, it was given that if suppose it is less than for first 100 units, there will be no charge. Means that it is completely free. Now for after 100 units, means that after 100 units, the charge gonna be 5 rupees per unit. Now, after 200 units, it was given that our charge gonna be 10 rupees per unit. Like it also mentioned that it has given one test case that if you take unit 350 rupees, the amount will be 2000. If you take 350 units, the amount should be for 350 units. When we take our input as 350 units, our amount should be 2000. Okay. First, we will understand how actually this problem is working. Okay, then we will code it using our conditional expressions. So first it was given that when the electricity bill starts for 0 to 100 ranging, there will be no charge. Again, if when it gets above 100, then the pricing starts 5 rupees per unit. Like from 0 to 100, actually there is no charge. That means charge is 0. Here the charge is 0. Now for 100 to 200, given that charge is 5 rupees. From 100 to 200 means above 100 to 200, from 101 to 200. The charge is 5 rupees per unit. And from above 200, that means above 200 to wherever the highest amount let be. The charge of 1 unit is 10 rupees. Now it has given that for 350 units, the total amount is 2000. Total amount is 2000. Now, how do we get this 350 units as 2000? So it is nothing but first, let's take divided as parts. Like for first 100 units, it will be for reaching 350 units, it will go to 0 to 350. Okay, check. Now first 0 to 350 for reaching, it will go to 0 to 200, then 100 to 200, and then 200 to 350. In this way, it will reach the units. So when it reach 100, there will be no charge. That means 100 into 0, no charge. After reaching 100, when it reaches to 200, that means for 100 it's 0, and for remaining 100 units, it will be charging 5 because we are taking it as 200 minus 100 because from 0 to 100 we have been reached the amount of unit per charge per unit is 0 rupees for 0 to 100. Now 100 to 200, the difference is 100 units and the charge per unit is 5 rupees. Now for reaching from 200 to 350, the remaining units are 150 units. Are you able to understand, chat? 150 units. Now 150 units, the charge will be taken with 10 rupees. Are you able to understand, chat? What am I saying? How this equation got framed? Type quick yes or no. Type quick yes or no if you understood or not. Like for 0 to 100 reaching, it will have 0 units, 0 charge per unit. Then 100 to 200, 5 rupees. Then remaining 150 as from 200 to 150, that is 10 rupees. Okay, fine. Now we're gonna see that the total amount of this is 0 plus again 500 plus 1500. That is nothing but 2000 rupees. We can see that we got what it was mentioned in our question. It was told that to take 200 and we got our 200 here. You can see that. So now how to write this in conditional statements? Let's see in our VS Code. I will open my VS Code. Are you able to see my VS Code? So for this, I will create a program name as problem1.py. Enter. Okay. Problem1.py has been created. Now what I am gonna do, I'm gonna make it as units, which will be entered from our user int input as enter the units. Our user will be entering the number of units has been burned in electricity. After entering the units, we will see that if units are for that, now we have to calculate the amount. For calculating amount, I will be creating one variable. Amount is equal to 0. Because as starting, I don't know how many units are there. Now for calculating the amount, it should start from 0. Because as the calculation of amount will be started from 0, we will initialize our amount variable with 0. Okay, chat. Now units, if given that for units which are less than 100, if the units which are less than 100, our amount gonna be that. Now our next condition was given if our units are greater than 100, greater than, let's take a less than or equal to, less than or equal to. That means if we take also 100 here, it doesn't, 100 units, it doesn't matter. So I will take here elif. Okay, I'm getting some problem here because I need to take front is equal to. Okay. Now here units, if the units are greater than 100, now what it will be the case? Our amount is equal to, can you guess chat what our amount gonna be? Can you guess here what I should write here if units are greater than 100? Just try something. Like what can be the amount for elif condition that units are greater than 100? Just make it try. It might be correct or wrong, doesn't matter. Just make it try so that you can go forward for logic making. Multiplication of units and price. Exactly. Multiplication of units and price. Yes, we can write it. Multiplication of units and price. But we can do it in that way, but it will take it as something different. Let me show you how it will go. If I do in that way, what you're thinking, if I do in that way, Let me show how it will go. For first 100, as I have 350 here, 350 units here. Now, for 0 to 100, it is taking 0. And from 100 to 200, it will take 5. And from 200 to 350, it will take 10. Now, as our units are going forward, our units variable should start decreasing. That means for 0 to 100, the calculation is over. And then 100 to 200, the calculation should be over. And from 200 to 350, our calculation should be over. Like units minus 100 into 5 should be done. Because already 100 units calculation has been done, chat, as it is 0 rupees. It is done. What if I do in that way? Suppose, like I will do 350. It will take something like 350 into direct 10 because it's greater than 200. It will not happen. It is correct for this thing, but let's see what happened next with next condition. Like I'm gonna write here units minus 100 because our 100 are already over. 100 units went for zero charge. Now next we need to subtract 350 minus 100. The remaining into 5. Will it go like that? Our units are 350. I need to subtract it from 100. I have remaining 200. I have remaining 250 units. It will multiply it with 5. Will it happen like that? No. I think it should not happen like that. Now, chat, you need to make a statement, not directly multiplication of 5 and units. You need to also consider that 100 units should be removed from it. And you need to consider between 200 to 100. Think something like that. Just you need to remove 100 units and you need to also consider from 200 to 100. Let me show you how it will go. It will work definitely because here units has been taken 100 and I will write next statement as else. And I will write amount is equal to 500 plus 500 because already for remaining 100 units 5 into 100 from 0 to 100 no charge 0 rupees. Now from 100 to 500 100 to 200 the charge gonna be 500 rupees. I will take that 500 rupees and what I will do, I will take units minus our 200 into 10. Are you able to understand this problem, chat? There might be some confusion, I guess. I will explain it again. See, first of all, our amount is 0 because we are starting it from 0. We have 100 units. Okay, chat. Suppose we have 100 units. The amount will be directly 0. That's it. Our amount will be directly 0. No need to go further. What if amount is greater than 100, like 101 units? What it will do? Our units will be 101. Okay, chat. Our units will be 101. From 101 units, first 100 units are for free. because it will take 0 amount. So how it will calculate? 101 minus 100 into 5. Okay. Now it will do up to just every greater than 100. Every greater than 100. Now what I should make here condition? It should be 200. If my units are less than or equal to 200, then use this thing. Okay, Chad, less than or equals to 200. If it is more than 200, then you have already used that 100 to 200 as 500 rupees, because 100 to 200 difference is 100 units, and 100 into 5 is 500 here. Now remaining units, whatever above 200, that units has been removed, as 350 were our units. 350 minus 200 is remaining 150. 150 into 10 is 1500. 1500 plus 500 is 2000. Are you able to understand, chat? Type quick yes or no so that I can know. Then I will print the amount is amount. Let's print our amount. First, it will ask units. I will write 350 and enter. Our amount got 2000 rupees here. Can you see that our amount is 2000? Was this problem good? Right? Everyone write just quick or no if you understood or not. Then we will go to our looping concepts. Type yes or no that you understood or not. Okay, fine. We will move to our today's concept, that is loops. Loops are nothing but which are very important thing in our any language, any programming language you take. Loops are very important thing. Why loops are so important? Because loops do that work which work human can't do. For writing a program, human is needed. For doing a task, device is needed. In that way, for writing a program, human is needed. Now, to print a numbers from 1 to 50, what I should do? I should use print statement. Okay. Should I do print 1, print 2, print 3, print 4, print 5, so on, print 50? I should write every time 50. Okay, human can write up to 50, like print 50. What about two numbers print up to 2000? Will not it become so tedious, boring task? It will become. Now, in your daily life, you wake up every day, you brush, you had breakfast, lunch, dinner, every day in your life, because they are happening daily routine tasks. They are occurring every day in repeat mode. In such a way, same way, there are some tasks that should happen again and again. Now, today you had so and so thing in your lunch. Tomorrow you will have so and so different thing in your lunch. The thing is, you are doing the lunch, but some different change will come, that your food item will differ in day by day. Means that you are printing a number, but you are printing some different numbers from 1 to 50, 1, 2, 3, 4. You are printing different numbers, but you are doing same task. For this kind of thing, looping statements are required. In loops, there are two types of loops. Like in conditional expressions, we have if, else, elif, different kind of things. We have only two types of loops here. One is while loop, another one is for loop here. Now, first, when we see for while loop, the simple syntax, you can see the block here, it's maintained in this way. The first thing is done is variable initialization. Now, what we do is we take a variable inside our while loop. Like I will take our variable I inside our while loop, like I is equals to 0. Let us assume, okay, as I will take I is equals to 0. In Python, when you take a variable and use it, you need to initialize it first, definitely. Like, as we have done just problem before, we have know that amount starts before from 0. When we start counting money, we will start from 0. When we start counting numbers, we will start from 0. In same way, initialization means that when we take our control loop variable I, it will start from 0. Not in every case it will start from 0. Let's take an example that it will start from 0 here. I is equals to 0. Like, we need to initialize with some value with a variable. After initializing it, we need to make a condition with that loop. Inside while loop, we need to make a condition. Like, as we want to print up to 50, I will make a condition that if I is less than 51, or we can also take it as I less than or equals to 50. Till my I is less than or equals to 50, please print 50 from 1 to 50. You print it. So we are taking from 1 to 50, our I should be initialized with 1, because I will take from 1 to 50 here. So initialization has done. Now condition is set up to 50. Now, till the condition got true, our statement will get executed. Now first our I is equals to 1 here. Now condition is checking that I is less than or equals to 50. 1 is less than or equals to 50. Our condition is true. The statement will be executed. After statement getting executed, we will write this increment and decrement inside our while loop. We will write this thing inside our while loop. When we write inside our while loop, when first 1 less than or equals to 50 has been checked, and then we need to go for 2. After printing 1, we need to go for 2 now. For that thing, we will increment I plus is equal to 1. Actually, it is shorthand notation. You can write it also as I is equals to I plus 1. Okay, chat? Are you able to understand? For incrementing, we will go to I is equals to I plus 1. Now from 1 as 1 plus 1, 2. Now I got changed to 2, value 2. Again, it will go to the condition, check 2 less than or equals to 50. Okay, true. Then it will print to 2, and again it will go to increment that 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. Now our I value is 3. Again, it will check. In this way, our while loop gonna execute it till our I value is less than or equals to 50. In some way, it will gonna reach 51. Then in this case, 51 is less than or equals to 50. Our while loop gonna fail. The condition is false. Then in that case, it will stop executing the while loop. Are you able to understand, chat? So now let's see this same code in VS Code. How does it work? Just give me before that quick assignment that are you able to understand this while loop or not? The basic syntax of while loop on while underscore loop dot py. Okay, fine. Now, first of all, I'm gonna take value. I will take the value. Let's keep it as value variable from the user. Like, let's make the task that task should be that we need to print the n value. I will enter the n value. Okay, we will got it as n here. Okay, we need to print till n. If I enter the n value as 10, it should be printed as from 1 to 10. 1 to n values should be printed. That is our task here. Enter the value and that should be stored in our variable n. And what I will do, I will create here loop control variable. Control variable. Yes, I need to create I is equals to 0. Because we are not doing a static, I am directly moved to dynamic here. So we need I is equals to 0 loop control variable. I less than or equals to, should I start to 0 to n or 1 to n? I will take better to 1 to n. For taking 1 to n, I should initialize with 1 here. You need to see the difference. I less than or equals to n means that every number less than n should be printed and even n is also printed there. What I will do, print I here. Print I. So just see here, when I write every print statement, our number gonna be printed as 1 below the down, 2 below the down, 3. It will print it below down, 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 down. It's like 1 to the next line, it will gonna print it. Because how? In that way, our Python statement, print statement works. What if I want to print one next to another two, like 1 space 2, 1 space 3, 1 space 4, or 1 comma 2? In that case, you can use here n variable inside print statement. Like write n is equals to comma space. And you will see how it will gonna happen. That's it. And I have done initialization, I made condition, I have written statement. Now I will increment it. I is equals to I plus 1. Now let's run and see. It is asking a value. I will write here 10. Okay. I will write here value 10 here. And let's see, enter. Now it got successfully printed from 1 to 10. Now chat, you can see here, when I keep here end comma is equal to, end is equal to comma space, you can see here, after every number printing, it is giving a comma space. It is giving a comma space. What if I don't take this? What if I remove and execute it? You can notice the difference. I will write 10 again. I will write here 10 and enter. You can see this time it is printing one down the another. It's every time it's taking a new line. So this is the difference of end comma, end variable inside the print statement. I will write here end space. That's it. Now, what if I want to print 2000 numbers? 2000 numbers. I will write here 2000 and I will enter it. Now our VS Code console is showing successfully printing 200 numbers. Can you see that? For writing this, just we need a while loop. Instead of writing 2000 print statements, we will use while loop here. Are you able to understand chat? Write quick yes or no. Write quick yes or no. Okay, fine. Now, as we have discussed here, our while loop, the next loop, one more loop which is there in Python, that is nothing but a for loop. Now, for loop is used to print the routine statements, but for loop is mostly used than while loop in might be big programs, projects, because it gives some different features than while loop. For loop, it's easy here task to make retaining the numbers. But for while loop, you need to make initialization, you need to write the condition, statement, increment, you need to see all the indentation. But for loop, it's kind of easy. Let's see how it's easy. Like for numbers, for printing a numbers, you need to use our range function. Now, what is a range function? For as we have taken as while loop by initializing and incrementing in for loop, for writing a for loop, you need to write for and our variable I and write it as for I in range. That's it. First, you need to write for I in range. Means that you need to use the I loop control variable without any initialization. The initialization will happen directly with the default or from this range function. How it is going to happen? Let me show you. Okay, let me show you. Like it will be taking first a start value from where you want to start. Like I want to print a 50 numbers by using for loop. So where you want to start? From 1 I want to start. I will write this 1 at the position of start in the range function. I will write 1 there. Start value will be 1. And where you want to end? I want to end at 50. I want to end at 50. But when you write 50, the range is function is such a way that when you write 50, it will gonna print up to 49. When you write 51, it will gonna print up to 50. It works as kind of n minus 1 thing. When you write here to print n numbers, it will print only n minus 1 numbers. Just keep it in your brain that for printing up to 50, you need to mention end value should be 51. And if you want to skip any value, you need to, if you want to print alternative values, like after 1, you want to print 3, that means 1 plus 2 is 3. Like after 3, 5, like you want to skip the values, you can use our skip value. Same like string slicing here. You can take skip value like 2. When you 2, after 1, it will print 3, 3 after 5, 5 after 7. Instead of printing directly, it will jump the values. If you take 3 here, 1 after 4, 4 after 7, 7 after 11. In that way, it works. Are you able to understand, chat? What is range function is? Now, the meeting will gonna end. You need to rejoin again. Just write okay if you are agreeing with this and you listened it. I can make sure that you are rejoining it again. If meeting ends,